right.
So, my ukulele tricked you. I'm actually a real musician. This is my main instrument. I picked up the ukulele not long ago because it was a good party trick. So this new record that I've got out that I'm touring right now, so I'm on a break from tour right now. I just finished touring North America. I'm taking July and August off except to come to this. I have a 3-year-old child, and I'm spending the summer at home with him and Daddy and clocking family time. And then I pick up the tour again in September, and the album is the most personal, intimate, honest thing I've ever written. And I don't have 4 hours with you, which is how long my show is. I have about 20 minutes with you. So I'm gonna cut to the chase and tell you that my album deals with childbirth, which was really quite miraculous, but also going through 3 abortions, the death of my best friend from cancer, and having a miscarriage about 2 years after having my first child. And I talk about all of this stuff really graphically and really openly on stage. And little did I know when I was putting this tour together, which was right after Trump got into office, that as I was on the road, abortion was going to be made illegal in state after state after state, or apparently possibly illegal as I was on the road. So my road show became more and more politically active and more about supporting Planned Parenthood and more about telling these stories. And the pie chart of music to talking just started to get very wonky because I started talking more and playing less and less music. But it didn't matter because I was going to states like Missouri and Tennessee and playing in these giant, city theaters going, if I don't say it, who's gonna fucking say it?
Yeah.
So I would play you the crown jewel of my album, which is a song about abortion, but I think it's just too fucking much of a downer. So you're gonna have to go onto the internet and listen to it or see the video, or I can message you all in the TED app about my abortion. I actually thought that after the session we just watched, I would play you my climate change song, because why not? Another cheery topic. It's always really interesting to me as a musician, as an artist, to go to TED and sit there. Are there any other artists, poets, writers, musicians in the house? A couple of you? Do you sit there and go, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
Why have I gone into the arts when these people are actually saving animals and trying to retrieve glaciers, and why would I possibly sit down at an instrument and be so egotistical and narcissistic as to think that this is going to change fucking anything? You feel me there? Well, right, so actually, that's my old line. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, and I know it actually works. So, to make a long story short, I did a big Kickstarter back in 2012. I did a TED Talk about it. You could go watch that. And then I decided that instead of using Kickstarter, I would use Patreon. So right now I have 15,000 patrons. They support me in my work unconditionally. And I also use them to write songs. And I went to them about 2 years ago and I said, what's going on? And Hurricane Harvey was bearing down in Texas, and the eclipse had just happened. And everyone was really upset and isolated and wondering if the government was gonna fuck them. And the morning that I went in to write the song, I did something stupid, which is I went onto Facebook and I wrote a flippant comment about Taylor Swift's new video. And I got thousands and thousands of comments because basically all I said is, Taylor Swift, welcome to the world of being a goth. You're finally wearing black, you're looking kind of angry, you had to be this sort of bubblegum pop star all through your teens, and now you can finally feel your angst. Welcome to the world of goth. By the way, you might want to rethink your UPS endorsement. UPS trucks are brown, they're not goth. Goth is black. You might want to get a different endorsement like coal. It wasn't very funny. And I came back to the internet 20 minutes later on my songwriting day, having gotten all of these soulful comments from my patrons about what I should write about. And the top comment on this viral post about Taylor Swift was, Amanda Palmer is clearly an unapologetic racist. And I went, how? But Taylor Swift had said something purportedly racist 5 days before, and I hadn't mentioned this in my post, which made me a racist, and the moon had just blocked out the sun, and everyone was waiting in Texas to see if the floodwaters were going to come in and if the government was going to fuck them. And I will tell you, if you're a songwriter, the best way to go into the studio is angry. So I wrote this. Worship the sun and you're aching for change, but you keep sobbing at her. And you used to have sisters, you don't anymore. You worship the sun, but you keep feeding the dark. And I'm out in the yard with my son and my daughter. The sky is all black and I think we should start running from the water. And everybody's yelling that they're coming, but I don't see a single soul. They're all so busy yelling, not one of them is hearing the hissing from the bottom of the boat. I got some feelings up my sleeve, I got a compass in my heart, I got a needle in my arm, it's gonna tell us where we are. Worship the sun, but the moon's in the way. So get your armaments out. She's always looking for trouble. She's gonna get what's been coming to her. She's switching the tides, and we can't have that shit around. The television, they're blaring out a warning that our natural state is drowning, that our natural state is burning. And you're trying to help, and you're clicking for change, and you're calling it out, and you're adding your name, and you're marching for peace, but you're lynching the bitch that got up in your face. I was thinking to take you seriously. Southwest, 2 miles from town. I can get out. I can down. You can hear it you round. I'm over here, I'm watching everyone. Temple is a prison, and the prison's overcrowded, and the inmates know it's flooded, and the body politic is getting sicker by the minute, and the media's not fake, it's just very inconvenient. Feel like this should be officially the end, and that you should be the one to do the ending, but you can't. Do you ever feel like everyone is slowly letting go? Do you ever feel that incredibly alone? And they're saying not to panic, and it's like a broken record, as if anybody knows what that is. And they're saying that we'll manage, it's the hottest one on record, and they're saying that that's just the way it is. And now I can taste it coming, I can taste it with my tongue, and my children are so heavy, but I pick them up and run, and I know I'll have to swim soon when the water gets too high. I'll keep holding them above me, I'll keep holding them and crying. Southwest, 2 miles from town, I drowning in the sound. You worship the sun, you're aching for change, but you keep starving your heart. And you used to have sisters, you don't anymore. You worship the sun, you keep feeding the dark. Thank you.